Hello. Okay, Missing. Another movie that's been out in America now for a couple of months and we've only just got it here in the UK. It falls into the screen life thriller genre and is a standalone sequel to the very good Searching. Its plot follows a June Allen, a teenager who tries to find her missing mother after she disappears on vacation in Colombia with her new boyfriend. And just like with Searching, I loved how they told this story through social media, webcams, CCTV. I just loved how the narrative, the story is just told in this way and in this style. And it felt really imaginative, really fresh, really different, and surprisingly, which I wouldn't have expected really before going to watch a film like this, like I did with Searching, but quite an immersive experience as well. And I just really loved how they added some of those really kind of annoying aspects when it comes to using online or just the web in general. For example, that authentication with the picture, and you've got to select sort of all the squares in which say there's a bike, and it's just little things like that that really kind of sort of made me chuckle. Yeah, I just found this overall experience quite creative and imaginative. Now, I love how the story is told, but there are moments within the story, there are certain directions in which the story goes, as well as character choices and certain things that characters do that kind of threw me out. That kind of lacked sort of realism and sort of believability, that like, would that actually really happen in real life? And I'm not sure if that's going to be just me, but that was my own personal experience with this. There were just certain directions and moments with the story and just certain decisions that they made with the characters that at times kind of just threw me out and was like, really? Would that actually happen? But I also think that this is due to sort of the limitations when it comes to telling a story through this sort of style of storytelling, the screen life genre. And I do think it's kind of victim to that, because there are limitations to perhaps how you can tell a story or certain aspects of a story, and I kind of felt that. But at the same time, I also think they did a really good job at navigating those limitations as well. So it's kind of like, yeah, at times it threw me out, but overall, I enjoyed it. I liked what they were doing. Storm Reid as June Allen was fantastic in this movie. She was the standout, and her performance just felt really believable and realistic. So for me, helped really carry those moments within the narrative that to me felt very unrealistic and just unbelievable. And I think so her performance for me really helped in that sort of those aspects that kind of just really threw me out. She just gave a really good, solid, real performance. I really dug her. The movie's full of twists and turns, some that I found quite predictable, others I just didn't see coming, and it has this quite powerful emotional story around a child's bond and relationship with her mother or father, and any child's bond really with a mother or father, and I found that to be quite powerful. And I just felt like they did a really good job at exploring that bond and that relationship through the genre, through the type of storytelling which is screen life. I think they did a really good job at that. I just felt like, for what they were exploring with the story and some of the themes, it's quite a tragic story as well. I just found the way in which they told this story with the themes that it was dealing with was very effective. It's a sad, tragic story, but a very real one as well. That you sort of come out of it, I did anyway, feeling full of sort of optimism and hope and quite upbeat. So it's the movie has a range of emotions which I thought was told very effectively through the type of storytelling that they told this story through. And so for me, this was sort of really frustrating. This made the experience kind of frustrating for me, because how they told the overall story and how they dealt with some of the themes they were exploring and these relationships, I just thought it was very well done. And it was the way they did it through this type of storytelling I thought was quite effective. But at the same time, there were just moments within this story and certain character moments that just felt so unnatural and unbelievable that at the same time it threw me out. So it was a bit of a mixed kind of experience really, but overall I really kind of just liked how they told this story. And I just think that perhaps, you know, this style of narrative does come with its limitations maybe, and obstacles that you've got to kind of navigate when you're writing a story for this type of genre. Not all the performances quite worked for me either. There were a couple of performances that I just felt a little bit hammy and kind of like, again, not very natural. So yeah, Missing, I liked it. I liked the experience. I thought it was quite creative and imaginative in which the way the story is told, and I think it really sort of told this particular story quite well. It was quite effective. I do have frustrations with it, but I do think that also comes with what I personally think are the limitations with this type of storytelling. Missing was quite an immersive experience full of twists and turns. Storm Reid is simply fantastic in this movie, and I felt like she carried this story and this film through her performance, you know, through those moments which I felt were quite unrealistic and out there. And I think it has a story which I think a lot of people could or can relate to and might hit home quite hard for some people, because I felt like it had a very real story as well. And I think with this type of storytelling, you know, there are moments in the story, you know, you've got to kind of maintain the attention of the viewer. And there wasn't one moment in this film in which I was looking at the time, or I was bored, or I felt like it was dragging. I felt like the film flowed very nicely. It was, the pacing was perfect. How it played out, it was, yes, it was a pleasant experience. It was an immersive experience, which unfortunately I did have a few frustrations with, but I liked it. And so yeah, they are my thoughts on Missing, and I will be giving Missing a 7 out of 10. So yeah, they are my thoughts on Missing. But what did you guys think? Please let me know in the comments below and let's get a discussion going. You might have agreed with me or disagreed. And if you've made it this far into the video, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And if you want to see future reviews from a Welsh geek in Wales just ramble on, then please hit the subscribe button. It will mean an awful lot. Did you prefer searching over Missing? Let me know below. So yeah, thanks again for watching. Really do appreciate it, and I will be seeing you guys soon.